I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. Let's start with the great work by the PBSO Marine Unit to apprehend a boat captain and detain 14 immigrants near the Jupiter Inlet. The PBSO Marine Unit provides a number of important services to the citizens of Palm Beach County. The fine men and women who make up the Marine Unit work hard to ensure the safety of everyone on the water. Here are a few tips from our talented team.
We'd like to remind everybody, just like the move over law on the road, when you see the blue lights on the patrol vessels, you're required to slow down to a slow speed minimum wake when you're passing the vessel. One of the biggest problems that we face out here on the water is the safety zones. A normal operation zone, we have a slow speed minimum wake zone, and an idle speed no wake zone. And what those mean, idle speed no wake basically means that the boat is completely settled in the water, going as slow as possible, but still with a forward motion. Slow speed minimum wake is also going to be moving fairly slowly, but slightly faster than your idle speed no wake. The boating safety zones are all indicated by the orange and white signs posted in the area. We'll start here with a fire extinguisher. You're required to have a fire extinguisher on the boat with you. The fire extinguisher has to be in good working order and it cannot be expired. We'll move on to life jackets. Everybody on the boat has to have a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket, and there must be a life jacket for each person on the vessel. Everyone's also required to have a throwable device, a floating throwable device. Also required when you're out on the boat is a noise-making device that are not expired. Another piece of equipment that we recommend is having a personal locator beacon or an EPIRB on the boat with you. This is a signaling device that connects to satellites. Our main goal here at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is to make sure that everybody has a safe and enjoyable time on the water.
Recently, PBSO responded to a cardiac arrest scene that led to a positive outcome for the patient. Deputy Taylor Hudson, working with the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue and Valencia Bay residents, all played a crucial role in this life-saving effort. We want you to be aware of a scam alert. Imposters are using the name Lieutenant Michael Ott, claiming to be calling about arrest warrants or violent crimes. Recipients of these calls, please be aware, this is a scam. Hang up immediately and dial 911. And this is a good time to remind residents about the surge in scams. Here's Sheriff Rick Bradshaw.
There's been a lot of phone scams recently where people call you on the phone and demanding money.
But ma'am, according to the documentations, we can prove that you are guilty. We have all the evidence.
Oh. No way. I could...
Stop. Number one, slow it down. These scammers often create a sense of urgency so they can bypass your better instincts. Take your time, ask questions to avoid being rushed into a bad situation. They may say, you need to act fast, you need to make a payment now or be forced into legal action. That's not true. Number two, spot check. Do your research and double check the details you're getting. If you get an unexpected phone call, hang up. Then look up the bank, agency, or organization that is supposedly calling you and get in touch with them directly. They could say things like, this is the IRS, we haven't received your tax payment for 4 years. That's a federal crime. That's not true. And they may say they're from the sheriff's office and there's a warrant for your arrest and you need to send money.
So what you have to do is you have to go to the Target store and you have to buy 2 Target gift cards.
Okay.
Worth $2,000 each.
Stop. Don't send anything. No reputable person or agency will ever demand payment on the spot. Often these scammers tell you to go buy gift cards, which are meant only as a gift, not as payment on any type of threat.
Yes, this is Captain Patrick Johnson here at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I'm calling to speak to you about some confidential legal matters, ma'am.
Stop. The sheriff's office or any law enforcement agency is not going to call you on the phone, tell you there's a warrant for your arrest, and ask for gift cards. So don't fall for these phone scams. Hang up, Don't get involved with them, and don't be a victim.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office has been working with body cameras, which have the officers video record their daily encounters with the public. Here's a look at some of the training our deputies take part in to get maximum benefit from the technology.
Today marks the first day of training for our body-worn camera program. Body camera is a device that attaches to the deputy that allows us to capture audio and video of scenes or evidence that we're able to use for prosecution or to further the investigation of a case. We have about 1,800 body cameras that we're deploying, in addition to about roughly 1,100 in-car cameras as well. The agency conducted testing on various vendors to ensure that we were getting the latest and greatest technology and to be able to bring that here to Palm Beach County. Axon is our vendor that we chose for this product. This vendor was able to provide the amount of features that we as an agency require for an agency our size, not only for how the camera operates, but also the ecosystem that goes with it. They have a cloud-based evidence solution that we need for all of the digital evidence. And be able to provide that to the state attorney's office for cases and prosecution. It provides transparency to the public. It allows us to capture evidence by an impartial party, and that impartial party is the body-worn camera. So this allows us to be able to bring a picture to jurors or the public of what actually occurred while the deputy was there on the scene. There's nowhere pretty much that you go today without being recorded in some way, shape, or form. This allows the sheriff's office and law enforcement to have a view from the agency of what actually is occurring or took place. It is a great benefit for the agency and for the deputies. It provides an account of what occurred that hasn't been altered or been edited to a point that benefits only whoever's agenda it is that they're showing the video to. We start today. Today's the first day after training. Deputies will be able to go out into the field. So you'll start seeing body cams more and more on calls for service, and as the public has interaction with our deputies, they'll start to see those cameras.
While delivering baby formula and cereal to our local partners, the Community Policing Unit of Lake Worth Beach received an unexpected and heartwarming surprise. Bridges at Lake Worth honored our officers with a special plaque recognizing their support and commitment to our community. Here at PBSO, we're proud of our partnership with the organization Restoration Bridge. Recently, we came together to hand out food in Wellington. PBSO cares. And our community policing team from Delray Beach in Boca Raton also joined forces with Restoration Bridge International by distributing over 14,200 pounds of food to more than 385 families. We're proud to play a part in feeding our community. We send the Broward Sheriff's Office our deepest condolences for their recent loss. BSO Captain Terryson Jackson recently passed away in a helicopter crash. We're keeping our brothers and sisters from BSO and Captain Jackson's loved ones in our thoughts and prayers during this extremely difficult time. It's been 34 years since Deputy Sheriff James Dickinson died in the line of duty, but we will never forget. We remember his service and the impact he had on our community. And we pay tribute to Deputy Sheriff George Douglas, who made the ultimate sacrifice 102 years ago while serving the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Douglas and his son were shot as they attempted to serve an arrest warrant. Deputy Douglas tragically lost his life, but his son survived, leaving a legacy of bravery.
So today we're here to talk about securing your home while you're gone on vacation or out of town so that it is not an opportune target for burglars and thieves. Well, if you're going to leave on a vacation, you're going to be out of town for any length of time, you want to make sure that you make your home look like you are still there. Some of the ways that you can do that are to make sure that when you're gone, someone continues to cut your grass, keep the house outside look like someone's still there. Part of that would also be if you get newspaper delivery to either stop the delivery or have your neighbors or someone pick up the newspaper and bring it in, or put it out of sight so that people driving by couldn't tell that there was an accumulation of newspapers in the driveway. Along those lines also goes with your mail. Either have your mail delivery stopped or have neighbors pick up your mail. Get the automatic timers for your lights, which will turn your lights on and off at night while you are away, so that it looks like there's activity in the home. One of the other things that you do, especially in this day and age with the prevalence of social media, is you don't want to post on social media that you're going on vacation, because sadly to say, sometimes burglars aren't going to be people that you don't know. They could actually be someone on your friends list. Have secure door locks on your home, and if you have an alarm, make sure you set your alarm and have that monitored. I think most alarm companies, you can call them and let them know that you're going to be on vacation, so if the alarm is activated, that they know you're not there. Some of the other things that you can do are video surveillance cameras. Make sure everything in your house that's of value is secured. When you're out of town, have your neighbors look out for your home. The bottom line is you just want to make it as hard as you possibly can for the burglar to A, get in your house, and then B, if they do get in your house, to get your stuff and steal it. PBSO wants to make sure that when you leave on vacation and you come back, that your house is just the way it was when you left it.
Welcome back to Behind the Star. This month we honor the heroes of 9/11, including our very own Deputy Al Lopez, who worked as an NYPD officer on September 11th, 2001. Deputy Lopez also worked months at Ground Zero trying to find survivors. Hear his emotional story as he recounts the memories to the Kings Academy football team.
I don't know. What made me want to become a cop? Job security, insurance, something different. I was born and raised in the Bronx. I grew up in the streets. And I hit the streets in the Bronx. 1993, the towers got attacked. Truck went in there, blew up the garage. I was close, but I didn't get to share as much. Fast forward, 2001. I was home. My wife woke me up. Come look, something happened. And I get up, I had worked all night. I get up, and we responded, get down there. I lived an hour outside of New York City. All the roads were shut down except for law enforcement, first responders. What would take me an hour to get to work took me a half hour. There was nobody on the road, and I would flash my tin at all the checkpoints. I got to my place in the Bronx, suited up, and then the waiting game started again, because they didn't know where we were going to put us or what exactly we were going to do. And we were itching to go, because we had to help somebody, how to help anybody. That's what cops do. That's what military does. We don't run the other way. We run straight towards everything. That's the only thing we know how to do. Well, we finally got our orders, and I was able to get down there. And what I saw, and what I did for the next 9 months after that, some of my family doesn't even know. And it stays in my head forever. It just doesn't leave. But one of the things I take with me is that we all gave something. All of us, everybody from New York City, cops I'd never met before, from out of state, from different part of upstate New York, Nassau, Jersey, Chicago, they all flew down. They were all firefighters. Everybody came down to do one thing, to help us rebuild and get us back on our feet. Can I say just one person was able to do it? Absolutely not. We all had different jobs. One of my assignments was doing perimeter security. I was digging in the hole. I couldn't do, if you could just, these buildings were huge. I could still feel the fire underneath my boot as I was digging in the hole. I could still see this, just feel it. This is months later, and we're still digging there. But we all came together to do one thing, see if we can help anybody. And any time that any one of us heard a little noise, anything, amongst all these giant machines, 1,000 people stopped. Find out where that noise is coming from, and see if we can get in there and see if anybody's still living. We did that for months. Of course, we didn't find anybody else. But it doesn't matter. The pain that we all felt, it doesn't go away. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Just a reminder, with students back in school, it's important to provide a controlled environment for vehicles and pedestrians. Slower speed limits, increased signage, and crossing guards are there to help our kids stay safe. So we remind you to please follow traffic rules around schools, bus stops, and school zones. Our deputies from Lake Worth Beach embarked on a 2-week initiative in August, which focused on school zones. We conducted high-visibility enforcement across Barton, North Grade, South Grade, Highland Elementary, Lake Worth Middle, and Lake Worth High School. Your safety matters. Let's continue to prioritize the well-being of our youth. And let's take a moment to salute our incredible crossing guards who work tirelessly to ensure the safety of our children in Palm Beach County. Their dedication and vigilance help our young students cross the road safely, one smile at a time. PBSO is helping school children in a number of ways. Thanks to a partnership with Admiral's Cove and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Foundation, children in northern Palm Beach County will have a mobile education trailer available to them. The goal is to enhance student education by offering educational assistance, nutritious meals, haircuts, medical support, and teacher guidance, all free of charge. Sergeant Navarro and our Lake Worth Community Policing deputies heard the Lake Worth High School football team was in desperate need of cleats, so they jumped on the opportunity to help. They made a surprise visit and brought with them brand new football cleats, socks, and coolers so the boys can practice and play with pride. Our deputies from Western Palm Beach County had the honor of supplying children in need with clothes, shoes, and essential school supplies. We believe in setting our youth up for success and making sure they kick off the school year with confidence. And it's more than just items. It's a way of letting them know that PBSO is always here for them. A huge shout out to our incredible community partner, the Giving Closet Project, for making this possible.
I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, and I'm pleased to announce that text to 911 is now available in Palm Beach County. Even though this technology is now available, it's important for you to still call when you can and text when you can't. And here's a few things you need to know about text to 911.
When should you text? Texting to 911 is an option for individuals that are deaf, hard of hearing, have a speech impairment, or in an emergency situation where a voice call is not possible. With texting to 911 now available, why is it still so important to call? When seconds matter, a conversation is the best and fastest way for a dispatcher to retrieve and deliver life-saving information. There is no replacement to the calm voice on the other end of a line in a true emergency. How does it work? Your phone must have a data plan that supports texting. Find the text icon on your phone. Tap New Message, type 911, no space or dash in the To field. Make sure to include the street address, city, and/or town. Include the type of emergency, police, fire, or medical. Currently, our system is not capable of receiving photos or videos, just plain text messages. Do not send a group text. And do not use acronyms, abbreviations, or emojis. 911 responders will reply to your text. If your text didn't go through, you'll receive a message letting you know.
Also, remember that calling or texting to 911 when it's not an emergency and it's on purpose could be a crime. It can distract attention away from people who truly need help. Don't text and drive ever. And lastly, please remember, call when you can, text when you can't.
Welcome back. PBSO is helping bring smiles with ice cream. Our deputies partnered with Little Smiles Incorporated to hand out ice cream and popsicles to local school kids after school. And now, some news and notes from around the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Our Coffee with a Deputy is usually at local coffee shops, but when our community can't come to us, we go to our community. So this time we visited our seniors at Villa Madonna Apartments. Thank you for your support, questions, and company. Join us in applauding a dedication to crime fighting. Deputy Swigart made an impactful contribution to the Street Crimes Unit in Lake Worth. His relentless efforts led to significant achievements in tackling criminal activity and enhancing quality of life in the community. We are PBSO proud. Our Wellington community policing deputies were conducting a neighborhood walk in one of their community sites to find out the needs and concerns of the citizens. There, our deputies met Ms. Janet Sutton, who was worried about her walkway. After hearing her concerns, our deputies got together with members of the community to help get Ms. Sutton a new concrete walkway that will accommodate her walker and wheelchair. Together, we're making a difference. Our PBSO PAL Sports Academics and Mentoring Program said goodbye to summer campers with a memorable field trip to Calypso Bay Water Park. Even though the camp ended, our friendship will continue into the school year and for years ahead. If you plan to leave your key fob inside the car, you might as well give the car thief your keys. Even if it's only for a few minutes or in a gated community, don't do it. Remember, lock it or lose it. Our deputies stepped in when an elderly gentleman's car ran out of gas, leaving him stranded in the middle lane of Jog Road near Lake Worth Road. Someone on the scene captured the moment. The deputies helped him move his vehicle aside and made a gas run using their own funds. PBSO cares. Recognizing excellence. Deputy Sheriff Stephen Camello's exceptional dedication is acknowledged by David Fox, the director of the South Florida Crime Commission. One case involved tackling fraud, and another, he apprehended an armed assault subject. Great job. Our PBSO Homeless Intervention Team attended Love is the Answer, a Project Homeless Connect event. As part of our ongoing commitment, the team distributed socks, shoes, and clothes to those in need. We're dedicated to working with various organizations countywide to assist those experiencing homelessness. Boynton Beach Community Policing joined the Windward Palm staff to host a bingo night for our elderly community. We owe them everything and more. We're happy to be there for them, to serve, protect, and at times, entertain. Join us in congratulating Sergeant Jonathan D'Angelo from Green Acres on his well-deserved promotion to Sergeant. His dedication, hard work, and commitment to the residents of Palm Beach County does not go unnoticed. Exciting moments at Belglade Elementary School. Our deputies were thrilled to be part of the warm welcome as the kids returned to school. The joy, smiles, high fives, and fist bumps shared with these incredible young minds brought so much positivity to the day. Kudos to the dedicated volunteers of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. At this month's volunteer meeting, several standout individuals were promoted and honored for their years of unwavering commitment and service. Thank you for making our community safer and stronger. The deputies from Western Palm Beach County spoke with children from the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch and Harmony in the Streets at Canal Point Elementary School. We want to get them ready to have an amazing new school year and to know we're here if they need us. We thank our friend Callie for giving Coach D and the PBSO units she visited such an unforgettable experience. This little 6-year-old girl has won our hearts with her strength and smile as she battles cancer. She gave a thumbs up to all the units and left us better than she found us. Let's continue to pray for Sheriff Callie. We had an engaging morning at the Security Liaison meeting for Lake Worth Beach. Our team worked to raise awareness about impaired driving. Valuable insights were shared with leaders of homeowner associations and community groups. Meet George Fraker, our generous hero who heard about our PBSO mentoring program youth needing football cleats. Without hesitation, he stepped in to make sure the players are geared up for success on the field. A huge thank you to George Fraker for his incredible donation and to Sheriff Bradshaw for his unwavering support in making the PBSO mentoring program possible. Did you know in 2022 in Palm Beach County, pedestrians and bicyclists were involved in 1,372 collisions, resulting in 135 serious injury crashes and 69 fatalities. In an effort to protect the safety of those most vulnerable roadway users, we'll continue to emphasize our enforcement efforts. As a former athlete and Marine veteran, Sheriff Bradshaw recognizes the vital need for proper hydration. With this in mind, he generously contributed multiple cases of Gatorade and water to support our PBSO mentoring program's youth football team at Lake Worth High School. And Sheriff Bradshaw had the honor of addressing a group of 500 members from the Signature Real Estate Company at the Kings Point venue. The discussion centered on our collective responsibility to craft a safer community, a top priority for the sheriff. About 40 children a year die from heat stroke, either because they were left or became trapped in a car. That's about one child every 10 days killed in a hot car. These deaths can be prevented. These traumatic incidents affect more than just the parents' lives. They stay with us forever. Honoring 15 years of dedication. Join us in congratulating Deputy Rodley Origine from District 9, Royal Palm Beach, for his 15 years of service. Governor Ron DeSantis recently appointed 8 to the Florida High School Athletic Association Board of Directors. Among them is our very own Captain Jermaine Ford. Captain Ford makes us very PBSO proud. Our DUI unit attended the 2023 Mothers Against Drunk Driving Florida Law Enforcement Recognition Banquet, where they received various awards for their proactive DUI enforcement. In 2022, the DUI unit took more than 700 drunk drivers off the roadways. Join us in congratulating them for this accomplishment. And meet Irene Montville, a true inspiration. When we heard she was turning 101 years old, we couldn't resist joining in the celebration. Irene shares that she has no real secret for living a long and healthy life. She just calls it a blessing from God. Join us in wishing her a very special birthday. Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.